Give me Gennaro. Place me on the library. I'm ready to go. Whoa, 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 whoa! Casino me? I wouldn't dare. We don't do casinos on sure things, okay? You ever seen Dan's Casino, by the way? It's insanity. I don't know, like... The mods, honestly... Whip works here. The mods should, like, unionize. And demand better working conditions. The man is playing 18 holes of golf. In... I don't know, like... 17 minutes? He's spending less than a minute per hole. He's running 30-second long casinos. Will we get a birdie on this hole? A birdie or better. It's so fast. Like, it's just a dopamine, like, soft serve dispenser. It's actually madness. I'm just walking to the arrow, man. Are you monitoring... hold on. Give me a magic wand. Are you monitoring big tech earnings this week? No, I'm a boglehead. I don't have to monitor the earnings. I wait for the podcasters I listen to listen to the earnings, and then give me their thoughts on the earnings, and then I just buy VT anyway. That's it. He's just like me. He's just like me for real. Are you a Rational Reminder head? I've listened to, I don't know, probably like 100 episodes of Rational Reminder. It's great, but it's not like my go-to anymore. Just because it's almost like it's too academic, in a good way. Like the episodes get way too, and this is not a criticism, but like. They get into the point where you're like, okay, once I know... You basically decide, if you're going to listen to the Rational Reminder, you decide, am I going to be like an index fund Andy, or am I going to like go through the extra effort of adding like factor tilts to my portfolio? Once you've made that decision, now you're like listening to podcasts that are like, you know, what's the expected returns of like financial industries in Indonesia and stuff like that. And you're like, I respect that this knowledge is out here. I simply don't need to know this anymore. It's getting, like, too far. It's too far for me. Please stop walking left. Excuse me, there's an arrow here. I found the Grim Grimoire. Peek at discovered weapon evolutions and unions from the pause menu. Let me out, let me out. Let me out. Someone sent me a finance meme. It said that it was like Wojak Boglehead. It said, is 90 years old, net worth of $100 million, still works 10 hours a day because he doesn't feel comfortable enough to retire. Like, it was so rude, man. But I laughed. I was like, that's damn true. It was like looks like a corpse, but sounds like a 20-year-old man. I was like, this shit is insulting. You look like an IRL Wojak. Yeah, I know. I get that now and then. I know. I look like my wife's boyfriend just bought me a Nintendo Switch. Whenever I get excited about anything. Hey, could you just you gotta get out of here, you little freezer. Stop slowing me down. We need Hollow Heart with Whip. Yes. Hey, you, get out of here! Bro, I can't kill the caster. The knife, please. Yo, I gotta get you! I gotta get you, you piece of crap! Okay, now we can have fun again. There's even a chicken down there. Hey, you, get out of your car! Get out of your car! Chicken and banana. Every time. Chicken and banana. Gordon Ramsay talking to my toddler. Dreadful. Chicken and banana. Frozen. Fresh frozen? Prawns in a chocolate... I forgot about that one. Prawns in a chocolate sauce. Are you taking the piss? Are you mad? Shut it down! Have you seen the Kitchen Nightmares episode where the restaurant owner shuts it down? Like, usually Gordon shuts it down. There was one that was on during Jay's marathon where the restaurant owner says, I can't take this anymore, shut it down. I was like, I didn't know you could do that, man. You shut down your own restaurant? They just give up. You gotta respect it in some ways. You gotta hand it to them. Hi, my name's Nino! All-timer. I got us the best episode, though. There's Amy's Baking Company, obviously, is a cultural moment where you remember where you were. The best episode has got to be Burger Kitchen, man. Get Bracer. Okay. Bracer. I'll get Bracer next. Burger Kitchen is a two-parter episode. It's actually like out of control. Australian son of a mafia boss opens up a burger restaurant in California that only serves frozen beef. Calls himself a meat sculptor. The chef's name is David Blaine. That in and of itself is a great start. Gordon orders a classic Gordon Ramsay line. The head chef is David Blaine. Who's the sous chef? David Copperfield. Classic line. All-time classic. Chef David Blaine keeps yelling at the owner's wife. 2 words, okay? Prozac. Prozac. I've got 2 words for you, okay? Prozac. Get some. The restaurant only survives because the father stole $250,000 from his own son, who wears a fedora to work and almost gets into a fist fight with David Blaine on the first night. It's crazy, man. That's a great episode. I mean, tragic as well, of course. There are a lot of fedoras in that episode. The son's girlfriend also wears a fedora. There's a different time. Not like people still knew, like, you know, fedora was like a little bit of cringe headwear, but there's still people who were like, whatever, I'm willing to take a chance. Hold on, are we gonna get an evolved piece of merch for the first time ever? No. No, you need the bracer. That's right. Merch. Listen. It's been... Like, first off, I didn't stream on the weekend, so I'm coming in here a little cold. Then I didn't stream on Monday because I'm sick, and I'm still a little sick. So just, look, maybe we're calling items in the game merch now, okay? Maybe they're merch. You got a problem? I got a question for you, without trying to, like, insult anybody. This is literally just a question from curiosity, okay? When I was in high school, like, there's an archetype of some guys, you know? Guy who wears a fedora to school. Guy who pretends to be a ninja all the time. Guy who, you know, wears a suit to class and stuff like that. Who's that archetype now? Like, if you're a high school senior... Who's that archetype now? If there is one. We've still got anime kids. But they're like the cool kids now. Guy who brings his Nintendo Switch to school? What's wrong with that? Guy who wears a hentai t-shirt? Come on, that can't be an archetype. I'm not saying it's never happened. But I don't think every high school has one hentai t-shirt guy. It is an archetype? Really? These knives are freaking zooming, man. I did see, I forget where I saw this. But it was like... it was on a subreddit for sure. But it was like... Imagine this is your ride. And it was like a car. It was not like a sports car. It was like a Toyota Camry that was wrapped in like some absolutely like vile, explicit hentai. Like it had like a cartoon lady with like huge exposed breasts with like cum on her face. And then it had one of those little lights in the windshield that was like, they're driving for Uber. And I was like, man, you can't do that. You can't be like picking up old ladies and like, you know, people are picking up, hey, I need, can you drive me and my kid to the emergency room or something like that? You can't be driving that car around for work, man. Like that's too much. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't get in the car. I don't trust the judgment of the driver, to be honest. Like you're driving for Uber and you spend like, I don't know, $5,000 on this wrap? I'm scared, man. I'm not getting in that car. It's questionable. If I open up the backseat of that thing and a bunch of McDonald's wrappers come out, like if you sit down in that chair, that's where you're spending the rest of your life. You're never as soon as that seatbelt clicks in, that's where they're gonna find your remains, okay? Guy who goes on holiday and comes back with a different accent. I don't think that's a high school archetype. You know what I'm talking about? Like we had guy who wears like the Dragon Ball Z style shirts with the flames on the bottom and stuff like that. Guy with a trench coat. Yeah, I mean, that might still be an archetype. The kid who will, like, eat anything. Like, he'll see some garbage and be like, how much will you pay me to eat that garbage? Guy Ritchie. So true. What's your favorite Guy Ritchie movie? I'm gonna say the Disney Aladdin remake. What do you guys think about that? Please, please, please. Yeah, there were only 80 people in my graduating class, so it's like, I mean, this is pretty much, I've exposed like my whole graduating class at this point. I ate a worm for $6? Know your worth. That's all I can say to that one. We get some upgrades here. Yeah, I went to a small high school. This is a pretty tiny one. There's a tiny boy. What about girl archetypes? That's true. I mean, they definitely had some horse girls. And I thought it was only because I, like, grew up in the country. It was only, like, as an adult that I found out that, like, the horse girl archetype is pervasive. It's, like, I don't know if it's worldwide, but definitely throughout North America. We gotta go tome, right? They got them in Europe, too? I wonder why horses. There isn't really, like, a guy analog. Although, I guess, like, some guys... I genuinely don't mean this like this. Some guys are, like, really into, like, wolves. Oh, car guys! That makes way more sense. Yeah, car guys. I'm trying to think of some of the other girl archetypes. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I need Malf's help. Girls who only wear orange? I don't know that one. Maybe that one's after my time. Band geeks? Oh, man. I was so happy that Chad helped me unearth that traumatic story from my high school class about, like, why I never joined band. Because I went to, like, a music camp or something with them once, and then I had my elbows on the table, and they were like, Ryan, if you're able, get your elbows off the table. This is not a feeding table, but a first-class dining table. Walk your butt. Walk your butt. And then they had me go up to the front of the room. I had to spell out my name with my ass. Like, walking my ass on the stage. Thankfully, my parents only gave me a 4-letter name, but I was like, fuck you guys. I'm never joining band. You gotta find God. It's the same, and again, I know there's a lot of band kids here, I'm sure, in chat. We can bury the hatchet, it's okay. I didn't do anything in high school, I just went to class, so it's not like I had any kind of personality. But like, we had to film like a school project, and then we got in one of the, and like all the people in my group were all like band and choir kids. And I got in their car. We were going to go to like Montana's and then go see the Da Vinci Code or something like that in theaters. I got in the middle seat in the back. As soon as it started, they put on they started the car, they put on the Rent soundtrack, and they all went 529,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? And I'm just sitting there like my parents are fighting. In snowflakes and cups of coffee, visions of, and then they all had like, they knew where their parts were coming in too. They were like visions of love, visions of love. That's anyway. They're good people. I just should have taken the bus, I guess. I mean, it's high school. Everyone's a little cringe in high school. I bet they were having fun. They were having a lot of fun. I was not having any fun. That's kind of like, that's my problem. Hold on, I'm sipping, dude. I'm sipping. I'm taking the biggest slurp you've ever seen. You should have said which one's my part. I know my role in a choir. My role in the choir is to go bum 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 ba do 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 bum 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 ba do do do. That's me. Always reminds me of that scene from Step Brothers. It's a great, I love that scene. I don't love the movie, but I do love that scene. Bracer, bracer! When they're singing Sweet Child of Mine. Is that Agatha Harkness? Does Agatha... Bat chest! Me, when I'm watching Step Brothers and a rogue Agatha Harkness is on the screen, it was Agatha all along, bat chest. That's Catherine Hahn. Sorry, I think what you meant to say is the inimitable Catherine Hahn. My God, we're going to win a run. I don't believe it. There's an orb on your left as well. Oh, so there is. Slurp me until you slurp me up. What a song, dude. Is it Curtis Mayfield? I feel like it's Curtis Mayfield. Let me get spinach to go with Fire Wand. I mean, we're running away with it. It's unlosable now. It's Bill Withers. Right, not Curtis Mayfield. You know what? That's what happens when you're 2 days off the Peloton. Hey, NL, new cold brew drinker here. Any advice? I think you got it, honestly. I think if you're struggling right now, I think you're going to get a handle on it. It's pretty natural. Yeah, don't accidentally heat it up. That would be like one of the things I would say. Apart from that, you're kind of... I think you got it under control. You're right, there is a chest over here. What the hell? I'm getting emote spam. People are saying, WTF? What's the problem? Microwave it? This is a Moon joke. Okay, my mistake. I did not know. I'm not familiar with, like, clips and memes and all that. He literally does it? Listen, I know this is clip potential. He gets cold coffee, keeps it in the fridge, pours it into a cup, and then microwaves it to drink it. But why? He microwaves the cold brew? Why not? Well, like, I don't know. I'm just confused, I guess. Like, why not just make, like instant coffee or something like that? You know, all you gotta do is microwave water and then add coffee grounds, and then it's, like, designed to be consumed hot. Cold brew is a lot sweeter. Cold brew tastes better. Well, I like cold brew more, but I drink it cold. I guess you. I mean, I know this is probably not the take you're looking for. I guess there is I'm not gonna say a valid reason. I guess there is a reason. It is a different kind of coffee. Now, to me, you know, it's kind of like saying I like room temperature ice cream, but I've never tried it myself. So to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. Maybe it is better. I mean, I just prefer cold coffee because I don't want to wait for my beverage to cool down before I drink it. Now, if this was a friend of mine and not a stranger, I would say some fucked up stuff about it. I would say some irredeemable shit that I could not walk back, no matter how hard I tried. But as he is a stranger to me, there's some civility here, and I can understand. Listen, I would never do it myself, but I would defend. Hey, it ain't that hard to just be kind to each other, you know? Now, Josh, if you did that shit, I would be up your ass and around the corner. I would be going off on you. But we gotta be kind to each other, man. Part of the problem with society these days. People are so unkind. Like the other day, this bitch at the grocery store. I was like, they're not ready for that. We're not ready for that one yet. Oh man. I'm just walking. Do it? Well, no. I was literally gonna make up this. The joke was gonna be we should all be nice to each other, and then I just call some lady a B-word. There's no story. I had a relatively pleasant time at the grocery store this weekend. I was walking. That was my mom? The story's not real. I made it up. I'm shocked you go to the grocery store. Look at the tags on the stream. You think I would just go out here and lie on the internet? It's all fiction. That one was made up by our writers. I love going to the grocery store. I know how this sounds. It certainly sounds crazier than microwaving your cold brew. Going to the grocery store is actually like part of my personality. It's also like one of my favorite stores to go to. Like, going to the grocery store as an adult is like going to going to Toys R Us as a kid. Like, look at all this stuff I could buy and then eat. And then you could even do some like crazy shit. You know how like you buy Optimus Prime and he like turns into a truck? Check this out. I bought cheese, bread, and meat, and guess what? It's a sandwich. Mom, you won't believe it. Mom, you have to get all three. Mom, you can't just buy the bread, okay? I know it seems like a scam, but you gotta get the meat and the cheese too. Otherwise, it's not a true sandwich. I don't know. Sounds like a scam. I love the grocery store. And I'm not afraid. Who knows it? Hey, there's got to be another synergy I can get, right? You got to get Bible for the synergy. Okay, thank you. Or Santa water. You can get both. Okay, let's go Bible and Santa water. Look at that, Santa water. Bible does nothing? That can't be true. People were spamming it. I refuse to believe it. Tennessee! Oklahoma! Arkansas! Minnesota! Bury me, bury me. I wonder if Justin needs to reply to that yet. I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's mad at me. I think he hates me. Let's fire one more projectile. 2000s went crazy. Yeah, the 2000s went a little crazy, I guess. It's weird to have lived through it. Actually, it's not weird at all. It's like the most normal thing on the planet. Would love to know your thoughts on this. I have nothing else to say. You ever look at like a Wikipedia page for a celebrity that died before 2020 and ask yourself how they would have felt about the pandemic? Are you okay? I don't know. Insane take. I'm just trying to get some conversation out of this walking simulator, okay? Hold on, I gotta pause for a second. I gotta pause because I gotta tell my wife that I'm gonna be like a minute late, and by a minute I mean like 10 minutes. I will send them when this run is done, but it will be like 10 minutes. Smiley face. You always gotta have the smiley. Chills. I got chills when he did the smiley. I'm not even looking at the game anymore. I'm literally like just looking at chat. How was your weekend? It's pretty good. I came down with the illness around mid-Sunday. But I feel like I'm not recovered, but I'm feeling like pretty okay. This one's not going to be as nightmarish as some of the ones that we had earlier this year. Certainly doesn't strike me as a simultaneous salmonella and campylobacter infection. Don't really remember what we got up to on Saturday. I definitely took my daughter to the park. I definitely took her around for a nap. I bought a new barbecue cover at Canadian Tire because our other one got stolen. Shaddy Place, thanks for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. Much appreciated. That Canadian Tire trip actually inspired that tweet about how, like, back in the day, the idea that you could purchase things on the internet seemed insane. Nowadays, it seems insane that you could, like, just be like, oh, I need a new barbecue cover for my specific barbecue. I'll just walk into a store and hope that they have it on a shelf waiting for me. Which, by the way, they did, which is crazy. Like, that, I didn't even tell them I was coming. They just had it sitting out on a shelf, like, waiting for somebody to pick it up. That seems so quaint. I like the old way more. Honestly, like, going to the store is kind of sick. Like, the convenience of buying things online is great. Especially if you're, like, if you work in the cardboard box industry, in which case I have to imagine that, like, the last 5 or 10 years have been, like, really, really good for business. But yeah, like, not having to wait at all for shipping, not getting 100 cardboard boxes laid at your front door that you then have to break down and take to the recycling. It's nice. You could just walk into a store sometimes. I'm not pogging until I get a 5-piece, man. Also, like, shopping is kind of like recreational. Tell me you're consumerism pilled without telling me you're consumerism pilled. But even, like, not buy, you can shop and not buy things and get some enjoyment out of it. I kind of feel like, you know, you're taking your day off, right? Whereas when you buy things online, it's like, oh, now that I bought my fridge filter, it's time to get back to work. I don't even get an excuse. Like, back when I worked in an office, sometimes my boss would be like, hey, we need you to go out to Staples and, like, buy some stuff. And I'd be like, sick, that sounds like I'm getting an hour and a half off work. Nowadays, I'm sure they just line that stuff up on, like, Amazon Subscribe and Save or something like that, and everybody's losing their minds in white-collar purgatory. Yeah, that's also true. If you buy stuff online, you can't even, like, go through the drive-thru and get yourself, like, a little treat. One of the best parts about going shopping outside is getting yourself a little treat. Whether you're at the mall or you're in, like a Ryokan Center type of thing. Help me. More Bible, please. Like, it's just, you know, stop me if you've heard this one before. Something sold to us is like a great, you know, evolution of our life that's going to make things, like, much more convenient, just being used as a tool, you know, to keep us more under the yoke of our bosses. It's crazy, man. That's why people be like, you know, oh, capitalism is the best economic system we have. Because it is allows for so much innovation, and you're like, okay, what's the innovation that it's allowed for recently? Oh, you can, like, you can pay for shit with your phone now. Thanks, I guess. And, like, I guess all the medicine and stuff that gets made as a result of the incentives to work in the industry. But, like, apart from that, like, mostly just, like, you can image your credit card on your phone, so you don't have to carry your wallet everywhere, but you still got to carry your wallet because you can't put your driver's license into your phone yet. Hey, I just need to sneak right by you. I'm going to take 30 health points. I forgot about this part of Vampire Survivors. I'll take 25 gold points. Hey! I still think you shouldn't be able to get a ticket for not having your driver's license on you. It seems stupid to me that they can fine you for forgetting a piece of paper. This is what happens when we're post 2 p.m. The brain is not working. I know I've had this take before. You're the cops. Can't you just look it up in your computer and be like, does he have a driver's license? Like, we live in the information age. Why am I carrying around like a laminated dead tree that's like, yes, this guy has permission to drive a car? Like, surely they've got the information like in a database somewhere. What's the Ryokan Center? You keep talking about it? Okay, so in Kingston, Ontario, we have a mall. It's called the Cataraqui Town Center. I don't want to brag, but as of the last time I checked, it's the largest mall between Toronto and Ottawa on the 401. So it's a pretty big deal. But sometimes people they get intimidated by the mall. Oh, there's so many people, there's so many stores. What I'd really love is one insanely large parking lot, and all of the stores are separated and don't have a big roof. It's like a big pie with stores as a crust and the parking lot is the filling. That's what the Ryokan Center is. It's like a strip mall. It's got a Michaels, it's got a Urban Outfitters, it's got a movie theater, it's got a Future Shop and the Best Buy. It's got a Source by Circuit City, it's got a Kelsey's, it's got a Montana's, it's got a Denny's. It's got it all. It's probably got other stuff too. It used to have it had an Old Navy, I remember that. It had a Pier 1 Imports. Help me. I'm not gonna die. So it's every Canadian strip mall. Yes, correct. Precisely. I remember when I was a teenager, I thought that Old Navy was where like adults go to buy all their clothes. Like, I thought maybe you'd be like, oh, I got a new job, I gotta get some nice clothes, so I'm gonna go to Old Navy. I had no idea that it was where you go to buy like 4 t-shirts for $10, okay? So I was at Old Navy, I was probably like 17 or 18, and I picked out a shirt, and then just a poor unassuming clerk came over to me and said, hey, is there anything I can help you with? And I said, yeah, I'm looking for some jeans to go with this shirt. Like I thought that the clerk was like a certified image consultant or something like that. And she was just like, yeah, well, our jeans are over there. And I was like, all right, thank you. And then I just bought probably the cheapest jeans that I could find in a boot cut probably, because it was 2006. You were the same, Josh? Yeah, Old Navy was like exotic when I was growing up because we didn't have it in Canada, or at least in Kingston, for like a long time. So when we had an Old Navy, when it finally opened up, I was like, oh shit, this is like a big deal. I'm gonna go to Old Navy and get like some nice clothes. I only found out later that Old Navy is where you go to buy back to school clothes for like your 5th grader. Like the year they stop wearing track pants to school and start wearing like pants with an actual fly on them. I had no idea. I thought it was where like fancy adults go to buy their clothes. Hey, they sell button-ups there, man. I'm gonna take a full chicken real quick. I think I'm gonna live. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna live. I think I'm gonna die. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have any other options. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't really know what I was supposed to like do except just die. I don't. It's not like I can pull out my secondary or something. I'm still like. Look, the most important thing there, we lost, or we gained a lot of money. We got 6,000 money. Let's get the multi-ring. Fires one more projectile from all weapons. And then let's invest in like some other stuff. Like maybe a little attract orb. Maybe 600, maybe a little, let's get one armor. Okay, there you go. So now, like, when we play Vampire Survivors tomorrow, we'll probably be doing a little bit better. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream today. I should be back tomorrow, barring, like, a resurgence in illness. I believe Kate is live. She is. Oh, dude, she's playing Mountain